guys. So I decided to make a video. I'm gonna try and get through this video however I can because I'm working. Not sure like when somebody's gonna come up because I gotta deal with customers and all that. But I wanted to make a video and I wanted to get into a topic about how, especially around this time, highly sensitive people, empaths, we need to try and protect our aura as much as we can around this time because these people around here, they go crazy over Halloween, dude. And I'm sure at some point it was a lot safer for young kids to go out and trick or treat and all that, but I think now at this time it's more dangerous. I don't want to really say that, but now around this time it can be more dangerous for the little ones. So parents have to be extra cautious when they're taking their little ones out to go trick or treat because anything could happen, and you just have to be really wary of these things. Like especially really late when you're going out really late at night. It's like anything could happen. I mean, I'm not a mother yet, but even if I did have a kid, even if they're around 14, 15, 16 years old, like I would still go out with them, still try and go out with them. Because, like your kid could be going out with a few friends and everything, but as a teenager, you don't know, when they're out by themselves, you don't know what's happening. Like, you don't know you have no idea where they're going to end up going. So for the people who are parents, I would be really cautious because it just seems like over here in the US, right? People tend to celebrate like the coming of death, which is like this Halloween tradition, Thanksgiving, and even Christmas. Like those are all holidays that have to deal with so-called death, because in Japan and as far as these other countries go, like I've noticed a pattern with them, and it seems like those countries over there, like they more so celebrate like the springtime, which is, renewal, rebirth. Things are coming more into fruition, and all that, and that's what I've kind of noticed. Because here in the U.S., we don't really celebrate like any like spring or summer. Well, there's 4th of July, but that's not really. But I'm saying like as far as like spring, we don't really celebrate springtime. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to associate myself with, the lower frequency of fear, because as a highly sensitive empath, like I need to try and protect my my energy, and ever since I was young, Like I've always been sensitive to like certain frequencies, certain tones, certain sounds that have to deal with, that frequency of fear. And it's always been like that for me. I don't know why. But that just tells me that I need to try and protect my aura field. I need to try and protect my energy because it's so sensitive to certain stimuli. And even like these movies, I know they're make-believe, but these movies were intended for people to think that it's fake and all that, but it could still have that strong essence of fear. And if you're a highly sensitive empath like me, you're gonna try and protect your energy at all costs. And which is so-called by doing like not watching certain like gory scenes of movies, and even these people like Stephen King who make these horror films. I need to try and not look at that kind of stuff because it affects my energy in a certain way. It brings my aura field down because it's operating off of that fear-based stimuli, which is something like I can't really get into very often. So yeah. And I want to note this too, like I do have that dark horse kind of energy, that kind of estranged energy, to where like I don't like, I see most people as like as being stagnant, not having that, I don't know, just like this, I guess stagnant is the word. So yeah, I tend to really feed off other people's emotions and energy and all of that, which is something I need to work on. And it's funny because certain people, they don't believe my age either. They're like, "So Luki, how do you look so young?" Like I tell them like I'm 35, and they're like, "How do you look so young?" And I tell them, "Well, it's just because I'm not stressing myself out every day. I don't put myself in certain situations that could lead me to being stressed out. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't know, maybe it's good genetics, but but yeah." So yeah, you guys, if you have, I want to speak for the children, because if there are any little kiddos out there, if there are any little ones out there listening to my video, which is probably not, but I just want to get this message out. Just really stay close to each other, stay safe this Halloween, because it used to be, I'm pretty sure back then it used to be somewhat like more comfortable, more of like a comfortable atmosphere going out with certain past Halloweens, but now it's not like that anymore. You have to be more aware and cautious, because these people out here are they're fucked up. They're really fucked up these days. So you gotta be really careful. And I don't know why people over here like to celebrate death so much. I find it funny. It's like we celebrate more during the fall time, which is kind of ass backwards. We should be celebrating more like the spring, the coming of the springtime. The renewal of like the plants and the wild animals and all that. We should be celebrating that more. I could care less about Halloween and Thanksgiving, and I mean Christmas is okay, but it's not how it used to be. So yeah, it's Christmas time. All kids are getting is freaking electronics, and that's all they're staying on is electronic devices, which is further because when I was growing up, when I was younger, all I had was a gigapet, and I went outside every day and played. I played with the other kids. We used to do jungle gym and those pull-up bars that were like enlarged in the ground. I would do that. I would play on the swings all day long. I would, do all of that physical activity stuff that they had us do when we were younger. But it's just now, like, for Christmas, it's like all the kids are getting is iPhones, iPads, you name it. Cell phones, they're even getting cell phones now. And I don't think I got my first cell phone and I was like, I don't know, just start, like, I think it was like this, it was like, I think I got my first cell phone when I was just finishing middle school, I think, or it could have been the beginning of middle schoul. But the kind of phone that I had, like, it was a small phone. It wasn't all big screen like how it is today. So yeah, I don't. Like I said before I end this recording, I don't know why people over here like to celebrate Halloween so much. It's like, it's like, okay, so one, the little kiddos, they're more apt to being in danger because they're walking around late at night. And it's sad, because I know this is going on. Most of these parents, with these little kiddos, they're not even walking around with them. And I know this freaking goes on, for certain kids. Hold on, okay. Someone coming. Okay, I'm gonna end this recording now. Thanks, you guys.